Approach, prisoner. Show yourself, child.
Hi folks, and welcome to Dune Awakening. So, for many years I've been looking forward to this game, and today we actually are live. This game is currently in a head start. It's got a 5-day head start over the actual release date, and we're starting it today. So here we are at the character creator screen. I'm going to go and create myself a character, and I'll bring you back very shortly. Okay, there we go. We've got our Harkonnen female, because you know, smaller hitbox. So let's finish the character. Put the name in. Enter game. So we've got an option here of the research menu. So the default sort of method is the research menu will be locked and you have to work your way through it in various steps. So that's a good sort of tutorial way of getting through how to learn everything. Or if you want to be advanced, or especially if it's your second or third character, you can unlock and just have everything unlocked and pick and choose as you like. But we're going to go for the tutorial method for the first playthrough and go locked. Accept this character and start the game.
Have they told you what I am?
Yes.
Then I will sift your words for lies. Let's begin. Where were you born?
So let's go with Gedi Prime, since that is the sort of house of Harkonnen.
A toxic place, and the Harkonnens prefer it that way. Profit above all. The Order of the Imperium is rooted in the Farfaluches. A place for every man, and every man in his place. Where is your place?
So this is the kind of character that you would have been before your imprisonment. So Bondsman is known as the citizen class. The Na Familia is members of the noble household, and then Peon is the lower forces. So we're going to do Peon.
You've risen above your station. Most peons go their entire lives without seeing the inside of a starship. You had a mentor in your youth, trained by one of the schools. Who was your mentor?
So this is where we're going to start with our sort of beginner class. You can learn all of these eventually. In the preview series we did, we were a trooper, and that was really good fun. But what I did find out was the first trainer that you can meet to learn that another ability is the trooper in the starting zone. So we won't pick the trooper this time. I'm going to pick the Mentat. The starting ability of the Mentat is the Sentinel, little deployable dart projection that is really, really good. So we'll take that, and then we can learn trooper very early on in the game.
You must have been very young. The mind must be prepared, or the training does not take. The test is almost complete. Have you spoken truth?
So we can recant and go back and choose that differently, or spoken truth to continue.
Come here. Kneel. Put your hand in the box. I hold at your neck the Gom Jabbar, the high-handed enemy. Don't pull away or you will die. Great plots are afoot in the Imperium, and the currents of intrigue run deeply. Arrakis is the key, and the Fremen are missing. You will go to Arrakis as our agent, prisoner. You have one task. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. Everything depends on this. Do you understand?
place.
Good. You speak truth. But here is the rest of it. There is only one rule. Keep your hand in the box and live. Withdraw it and die. An animal would gnaw off its own hand to escape the pain. And we can only be served by humans. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. You will know when it is done.
Arista said it was just a dream. I agree, but she is almost Sayadina.
Okay, where we go? We're been shot down, we've been dragged into this cave to heal for some amount of time at least. Let's see if we can get our way out of here. Right, so there in the shaft of light is a frem kit. Okay, so crafting allows you to craft items from components you find in the world. Craft a scrap metal knife, cut through the membrane, blocking your path. So B, we happen to have some salvage metal in our frame kit. We can craft a knife. Craft one. There we go. Right. One. And then we can cut our way through here. We get some micro sandwich fabric from there. Right, finding water. You need to hydrate. You partially replenish your hydration level by drinking dew from the dew flowers. So you can see in the bottom left hand corner the black bar going up and down is our hydration. So if we hit E on these flowers we can get a little bit of dew off them. But we can only get up as far as that first marker. There you go, because he starts coughing because it'll make you sick. So that's as far as you can get off of the dew flowers. We'll come across ways of getting more water later on. Right, another seal. Some more fabric. Right, work our way down here. Right. Plant fibre can be found gathered all across Arrakis. Gather plant fibre to craft a heal kit. So, gather that. That. Right, B to open the crafting menu again. Here we go. Heal kit needs 5 plant fibre, so we can make 5 of them. And there we go. Auto and number 2. Use the heal kit by selecting the radial wheel, hotbar or inventory menu. Press 2 to use the heal kit. Oh, and you can see our health down the bottom left. It went up one big jump and then it has that white bit which is a heal over time. That'll slowly heal up. And then we press 2 again and get the initial heal. Like that. And then another heal over time. Okay, climbing. Climbing terrain and structures. This is very much like Conan Exiles. Hold space and forward to attach. And then a left control to release. So we'll climb up here. It's not like Tomb Raider or anything where you can only climb up, like in Tomb Raider you can only climb where there's like a white paint or yellow paint or whatever. You can literally climb up anything here and it's all based on stamina. But this is the way we want to go. See the stamina meter again, the green bar in the bottom corner. Some more of that fibre. Stamina drains while climbing. It recharges automatically unless you're sprinting. Okay. Here is another seal. There's a crash ship.
So then, you're not quite dead. Now you will know a thing that few but the Fremen have seen. For many, the last thing they saw before they were slaughtered. Speak of our escape. Twin comets in the sky, a rebirth from fire and death, and a Sardaukar net closing around us. Your survival heralds interesting times, off-worlder.
Right, so lots of options here for various lore and info interest, but in the interest of time we're going to just crack on. So you mentioned escape.
There's a way through the barricade. If you do as I say.
Tell me what to do.
We're gonna need one of their ornithopters. Their protocol is to remain aloft and kill anything that moves from above.
How do we get one down?
That's where you come in. If you can slip back onto the Proteus and locate the command module, you can activate the captain's personal emergency transmitter. He's a noble. They're not allowed to let him die. Leave the rest to me.
Enter the ship, find the captain, activate the transmitter. Anything else?
Yeah. Take this Communinet transceiver. It's essential for planetary communication. Now go. And be quick. The Mother Storm is upon us.
Okay. Right. Down here to get to the ship. So, telling you about sunstroke.
The heat of the sun is deadly to the unprepared.
So spending time in the sun will fill up the sunstroke bar. Once filled, you'll be affected by sunstroke, which increases dehydration rate. To avoid and remove sunstroke, stick to the shadows. So we're in the shadows at the moment. It's just a little top of our water. We come out into the sun, and you will see... There it is. So you've got this yellow sun meter that's slowly going up, and when it gets to the top, it'll turn red and we'll have sunstroke. So into the shadows. That's not enough of a shadow. This is a shadow. And it goes back down again. So a lot of sticking to the shadows, especially in the daytime on Arrakis.
The guards have sealed themselves inside. Search the prisoners for a cut array. And off-worlder, be careful.
Okay, so looting. The bodies of downed enemies can hold vital tools, resources and components. Loot the cut array and power pack from the body and equip it. So you can see in the picture the guy's got the sort of grey and orange armour, and the only person around here with grey and orange armour happens to be this person here. So E to interact, or hold E to take all, which is a power pack and a cut array. There we go, there's the power meter going up in the bottom corner, the yellow bar in the bottom left. Right, so loot and equip.
The cut array is primarily a mining tool, off-worlder. You'll need it for harvesting resources. Using it to cut open ships is an added benefit.
Okay, so cut array is used for mining resources. The analysis mode displays hidden structural weaknesses that can be traced with the cut array laser to yield greater resource amounts. So right click for analysis mode. And you get that blue line, left click along the line, breaks it up, and you get some more materials from it. Same again with this one, another line. Okay.
The captain's room is blocked by a pentashield. You'll need a pentashield key to pass through. See if there's another way forward.
You can see these are the pentashields, and it's got the red triangle, which means you can't go through. So you need a key or an armband to get through. So if we keep going, we can see here, as well as cutting rocks up, we can cut the hinges off of doors. That one and that one. Got some salvaged metal from that, and the door open.
Ready your weapon, off-worlder. The guards won't hesitate. Neither should you.
Right, light attacks are quick. Multiple light attacks in succession will stagger the target. So light attacks with the left mouse button. There it goes. Down it goes. Got anything on you? You got a bandage on you. Oh, another one. The time to block. Just as an enemy attacks to land a parry, a successful parry will stagger the attacker. Okay, so time the block, which is the right mouse button, to stagger, parry and stagger them. So, oh, missed. That was horrible.
Giving you a window of opportunity.
And there's one. We've got to do it 3 times. 2. 3. Oh, didn't do that one. Okay, they're down. And that turned green. Let's loot that. Loot. Anything else in here? Doesn't look like it. I'm going to take another bandage just to heal up. So, there we go. Right, electrical cables. Left alt and direction to dash to break out of staggered state. Right. There we go, dash. some water so we can get a drink from here. Having hydration level above the 1/3 will give you a bonus to your maximum stamina, which is further increased above 2/3. When your hydration is below 1/3, the bonus of the maximum stamina is removed. When it is empty, you will become dehydrated and you will start to lose health until you hydrate again. Okay, so we can come up here, drink, and it's went just above the first area. And now on the stamina bar, the green bar, there's a little lighter section over the top of it, which is our extra stamina. Let's have some more to drink. And some more to drink. Just going into the third quadrant, and the stamina has went up even more. Okay. Right. Shielded enemy. Heavy attacks are slow, break block and cause stagger if they land. Shields stop most incoming melee attacks to projectiles. Or incoming melee attacks and projectiles. To penetrate a shield, first stagger the target and then use a heavy attack, the slow blade attack. Okay, so we want to stagger them. Not like that.
Balance, but only a slow blade penetrates a shield.
Come on. No. Come on. Come on. Come on, gotta get a parry. Too far away. There we go, and then slow blade. That's once. Parry again, slow blade. 2. And 3. Loot that guy. Okay.
That's the pentashield key. Once you equip it, you can pass through the shield. Get to the captain and activate that transmitter. I'll be there soon.
Okay, so there's the pentashield wristband key. So if we hit E, now that's went green, so we can go through here, and this is where we came in. We can go in here at the captain's room. There's the captain slumped in his chair. Activate transmitter.
We only need the leader. I hear I'm a wanted man.
Oi! Utland scum! I vitsjo man tukta lasto brev ada hung unvalo arsund. De dia abada.
I know. That's why I brought you here.
Stitch.
The Thopter will have the codes to get us through the barrier. Ever fly an ornithopter? It's simple enough. But my leg is bad and I won't be able to work the pedals. Get ready. They'll be on us as soon as we break through. There's too many! Turn us into the storm! They won't follow. Hang on! We're going down!
Get up, Off-Worlder. I couldn't wait for you. But now you need to run. The sandworm is coming. Run! Now!
Okay, we've crash landed. We're now on the actual server. And we need to run. Because of that. Get off the sand. Ship. Loot some of that.
You made it, Off-Worlder. Catch your breath. When the Thopter went down, the storm took us far off course. My leg is bad. I need to lay low and treat it before it gets worse. But fear not, Off-Worlder. Noctua can cover the ground between us with little effort. She will be my eye in the sky so I can continue to offer my sage advice and keep you on this side of the grave. Figure out how to craft yourself some clothing. That Maula outfit won't cut it out here.
Okay, so getting equipped. Get your first set of armour. We need to harvest some plant fibre. We need 15 plant fibre. There we go. That's enough. Research makeshift clothing, so press Y for the research, and these are all the things that you can learn. So as we discussed earlier, a lot of these are all locked because we've chosen the path where everything's locked and you do it in order. If you didn't select that, most of these stuff will be available to you. So we have to learn makeshift clothing, so research that. You use intel points in order to learn these things. You can see the cost of each. That needs 2 intel points to unlock that, 1 for that, but that's currently locked. Okay, so we've learned that. Craft a set, so B for the crafting menu, there's a hood, gloves, makeshift pants, makeshift shoes, and a makeshift jacket. Auto-equip the headpiece because we didn't have one. There's the gloves, so F to equip that. F to equip that. F to equip that. And where's the last piece? There we go. Makeshift jacket.
The War of Assassins has
Right.
left debris scattered all over this sector. Salvage metal from the wreckage with your cutter and use it to make a Maula pistol and darts. Don't let the Imperial disdain for ranged weapons lead you astray. Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands, and that is to your advantage.
Right, so we have to find some 65 salvaged metal. That's a power pack. We're also going to grab some more of this fibre, make some more healing wraps while we can. This is power pack, so we'll use to power our base in a bit later on. A big unit like that. Carve that up. Get a whole bunch of power packs. But we need... that's fuel cells. We need metal, scrap metal. That's copper. Where are we in the world? Not really sure. Not quite enough of the map unlocked to give me an idea where I am. As yet. Oh, here we go. This is metal. So, salvage metal, salvage metal. There'll typically be loose pieces that you can just pick up, and then bigger pieces that you use the cutter ray on. So again, analyze with the right mouse button, and then cut it open with the left. Is that enough? Nope, it's not enough. There's a cave there. Oh, there's a crashed Omnithopter. That would give me more than enough metal. Another camp there. Keep away from them at the moment because we don't have any weapons. If we go up to this crashed Omnithopter. Ornithopter, not Omnithopter. Scan that, there's a bit there. Cut that off. Scan again, there's another bit. Scan again. Bit there. Scan, get the tail. Any more? There's a bit. And another bit. There we go. More than enough metal now. We've got 172 metal. Right, research the Molly pistol. So we get pistol and the darts. Confirm. Craft an improvised pistol and 90 darts. So B, pistol, craft, light darts. You get 30 darts per craft. 5 salvage metal each. So 1, 2, 3. And let me just sort this around a bit. So let me put the healing wraps. Let's put them on 6. Put the pistol on 3. Okay, done. There's another player. Hello, other player. Right, pick that up. Right, research spawn beacon and craft a spawn beacon. So this is like a temporary spawn point. A bit like a bedroll on Conan Exiles. So we've learned that. Craft one. 20 salvage metal for that. There we go. And then to place it, you can just stick it down.
This used to be Fremen territory, but the War of Assassins and the Sardaukar pogrom put an end to that. Now the sector is crawling with scavengers, fighting over the scraps of Imperium technology left in the wake of this so-called noble war. But that's to your advantage, Offworlder. Allow them to do the hard work of gathering the salvage, and then take it from them. Don't hesitate to kill them all. They would do the same to you.
Okay, so we have to research binoculars, which is here. It's an object for seeing far distances, just in case you didn't know. Right, and then craft a set of binoculars. 15 salvage metal for that. There we go. And now we can use them to scout for camps and locations. So 4 for the binoculars. And then right click. So there should be... There's a camp over there. We maybe can't quite see it. There we go. So it's marked it. That little sort of campfire. It's marked it as a camp. And it'll now be marked on our map as well. The next thing is to go to the scavenger camp and use your ability to skill scavengers, but I think that other player looks like he just ran out of that camp. It doesn't look like there's going to be anybody here, so we went to the camp. You can get some metal and power packs and stuff like that. Right, so we need to find another one. There's another one over here. I wonder if that's where that person was running to. Because we have to use our ability and kill some scavengers. Is our gun loaded? Let's load our gun first. Anybody here? No one here. Right, so we need to run about a bit and find a scavengers. So I'll probably run around a little bit and I'll bring you back. Oop, there's a worm going past there. I'll bring you back when we come across one. Okay, we found one. This camp has actually respawned. You can see there's just one just there, and there's one just there. You can see how the reticule changes as I hover over them. Right, so my ability, I've only got one ability at the moment, and it's on Q. Let me go around here, see if we can get a better angle on them. So it's like a floating sentry turret. Then you press Q to put it down, then you hit Q again to actually activate it. So Q, and there it is, and then Q, and it'll pop up, and it'll just go.
It's obvious
Got them.
You had some training, off-worlder, but nothing can truly prepare
That one's
you for
that
what
one
the
not coming
desert has
out.
in store. Hone
get
your
the pistol out.
skills and harden yourself to the violence you must do to survive. Remember,
There we go. Headshots.
Arrakis will sharpen
We've got the
you
red cross.
or kill you.
Right, so let's loot the darts off of you. Where's the other one? Here. You got anything on you? Nothing on you. Right. So we've got some power packs, we've got some salvage there. These are chests with the glow indicates that it's a openable chest. So if we E to interact, it's got Solari, which is the coin of this game. Salvage metal, a little bit of stone, some power packs, and some plant fiber. We can loot all that by holding E. Okay. Right, so now we have to open the skills menu, which is the K. And there is our skill tree for the Mentat. So this is the Sentinel. This is what we've got at the moment, and we'll be able to work our way up there. Poison tree and the Tactician tree. So the only thing that are open to us at the moment is a poison capsule, which you have a hidden dart dispenser that fires off a specially prepared capsule filled with poisonous spores. On impact, a cloud of poison spores appears, building poison on all who remain within it. Or we've got a shield wall that deploys a half-height Holtzman shield that provides cover during combat for you and your allies. So I'm going to learn that. So hold down spacebar.
Without a still tent,
There we go. And it's placed it. You can see at the bottom in the middle, it's now on C.
Across the desert. Those storms tear flesh from bone and shred metal like paper. Unless you'd like to share a cave with some scavengers, your best bet is to build your own shelter. Build a construction tool and place out a sub-fief console. You'll be claiming a portion of the planet's surface for your very own, or rather borrowing it from the Emperor. I'm a little hazy on the specifics.
Right, you can see it's become daytime now and the sun is rising, the shadow is moving. I'm trying to stay in here. So, Y, we've got our basic construction kit. Why is that locked? Oh, we've got to mine stone first. We've got to mine 150 stone and salvage 125 metal. Well, there was metal here. So let's mine that. Any more? There was another one here. Got enough metal? We've got 157 metal, yeah, so it's just stone we need. Right, I'm going to go, there's a stone over there, I'm going to run across, keeping out of the sun as long as I can, or as quickly as I can. And mine this. There's some more stone up the top there. Oh, it's an awkward place to put it. Get it from down here. Yep. Pick up that stone as well. Right, that's enough. So now we can research the construction kit, which is this here, and research that. It gives us a construction tool and a bunch of pieces to build with. So confirm that. Right, now we have to craft the construction tool, which is there. Craft. Slots it in 5, and then construct or interact with a sub-fief console. So when you put a sub-fief console down, that claims your area of the map for base building. There's another bad guy, so let's run up here. Let's Q, activate it.
Who's there?
Oh, I'm stuck on it. And it's killed him. Take them, take the power pack. Have you got anything on you? You've got some dart and a wrap. Right, I'm going to head... I think this gives me a clue. I'm right on the east side of the map. And that's the problem I had in the preview. I was on the east side of the map and we were far away from the stuff we wanted to get to. So I want to go west a bit. So I'm going to go and I'm going to head west as much as I can while trying to keep out the sun at the same time. And I'll bring you back when I've found a location that we're going to place down our base. But you can just see over there, there's the shipwreck. That's a big POI that you can see from a distance. So we need to be way over beside that. So I'm going to run around here and I'm going to try and stay out of the sun as much as I can, and I'll bring you back when I get to somewhere a bit more exciting. Okay, welcome back. I've found a better location. So we were over here, I've worked my way over here, over here, over here, and into here. That is the shipwreck that we'll come across in the future. Over here is a testing station. And there's other interesting things just over here. So it's kind of in the middle of the section we want to be in. Decent resources roundabout. And here's a little section. It's under an overhang that I can make my base in right here. So we have to construct or interact with a sub-fief console. So we have to go with 5 first of all. No, not 5, 6. No, it is 5. I'm pushing the wrong buttons. There we go. So this is the sub-fief, this yellow thing here, and you can see it makes this green box around about it, which will be your area of land that you're going to claim. You can, what else does it say? Sub-fief console is a console center of the base where you manage player permissions, storage and power distribution. A land claim is the area around the sub-fief console. This area defines where you can build and nobody else can build. Change the elevation and rotation of the sub-fief console by following the commands at the right hand side of the screen. Okay, so the right hand side of the screen says with left alt and the scroll wheel we can scroll it round. Left control and the scroll wheel we can scroll it up and down, but we don't need it up and down, but we want to kind of line it up. We kind of line it up with that wall over there. So the actual location of the sub-fief doesn't matter. You can move the sub-fief item itself, but the land claim, once it's placed, the land claim is sticked. So you can place it like that, and then we can move the sub-fief console right out to the corner or whatever. Right, let me just scroll that around a bit there, and put it about...
Congratulations.
There. That'll
You're
do.
now the proud owner of an Imperial sub-fief. More of a sub-fief. But it's enough for now. Get your construction tool out and get cracking. It's not a shelter without walls and a roof.
Okay, so we have to build a base. Like I said, that sub-fief is right in the way. The 3 is the permissions that people can have for it. We can deal with that later. On the right hand side, it's currently flashing on build. If we right click, we goes to... Well, we haven't got any pieces to pick, so it goes to move, repair, demolish, back to build again. So if we go to move, we can click on that sub-fief and we can move it right over here. As you can see, the land claim didn't change at all. The green box is still the same. But it just gets it out of the way so we've got the space to play with. We go back to build. At the moment, it's quite a complex building system. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you do it, it is really, really good. So we've got favourites at the moment, and it's preset a whole bunch of items in the favourites. We've got the sub-fief console. As we scroll, we've got a foundation, a wall, a window, a door, stairs, a rooftop, a floor, a storage container, and a power generator. If you use the Q and E buttons, you can bring that down to just show me the utilities, show me fabricators, refineries, storage, which we don't have at the moment. It also says in the middle screen, change set R. So if we hit R, you've got these things along here. So you've got this, which is placeables, which is things like storage containers, generators and stuff like that. Utilities, fabricators, refiners, all those kind of stuff that you put in your base, essentially. Then we've got decorations, so lighting, furniture. We've got some of the DLC stuff that came with the different editions. Deco, wall deco, ornamental. Ooh, look. Here's the Atreides, or the Caladan bullfighting statue. So that's all sort of decoration stuff, and then we've got so Atreides stronghold will be a build set, so there's nothing there, and then this is the basic one, the Chom shelter set. This is the first one that we've learned. We've got structural, so we've got different structure pieces, loads of different wall pieces, wedge pieces, roofs, whatever. So I don't want to make a box. You'll find hundreds of boxes all over Arrakis. I don't want to build a box, so I'm going to start with a triangle foundation. In fact, I might even move that. How do I favourite it? Add F for favourite. Did it go into a favourite? There it is over there, but I actually wanted it over here. Never mind. Right, there it is. So we can, again, left alt to spin it round, control and scroll wheel to lift it up. So we will lift it up. We don't want our base to be going into the ground. And I want it lined up with the back of the wall, like so. Is that lined up? Pretty close. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, and I'll do one like that. So one left click just puts like a ghost down, and you can build your whole base in a ghost image. There's one left click, without using any materials to see what you want, and then when you're happy with it, you can come up to it and you hold the mouse button down to fill it in. I want that, fill that one in, and that one. Right, and then we'll put 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, like that, and then same over here, 1, 2, 3, like that, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll close it off by doing 1, 2, 3. Right, so we should have 2 at the front, we've got 2 at that side, 2 at that side, 2 at that side, so we've got a hexagon shape, and then we'll fill in the middle, like so. Right, now we need to construct walls. You were only supposed to do 4 foundations. We've done a whole bunch more than that. Right, so let's put some solid walls at the back, because there's nothing to see. Again, you can spin it round, inner face, outer face, very clearly. Hold it down to fill it in, or just single click. We'll put a solid wall there, and a solid wall there, because there's not much to see there. And then we'll put windows here, 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 and over the other side, like so, which leaves a 2 space gap. Oh, there's another player flying with his sugar wire. Let's just put in a normal door at the moment, so scroll along to the door. I'll put 2 doors in because there's a 2 space gap. That'll change later on, but we'll come to that later on. Right, now we need to put the roof on. And in traditional, so we'll use Q and E to go to roofs. Let's see if we can make a sloped roof. So there's a slope wedge. There's a normal wedge. That's a corner. That's an inward corner. There we go. Triangle roof bottom. So if we come up like that, and basically everywhere there's a triangle, we'll put in triangle above it. Like so. It's actually got to be a decent sized base for a starter base. You don't want to spend too much time on your starter base because you will have to move out of this at some point. Right, we're now going to do the inverse triangle and fill in the gaps in between. Like so, like so, like so. Oh, I'm out of granite stone. Okay, give me a couple of minutes and I'll go and get more granite stone. Okay, we're back. Right, I've got some more, so let's go into... Oh, that's the wrong button again. I keep pushing bandages. Let me just flick over to structural first, and let's put some straight square foundations out the front here, and then go to inclines, and let's put some stairs there and there, so at least we can get up here into the base. Right, we need to fill in that wall roof now. So that's that one piece. That's all that. Let's not do that piece. Let's just do a normal triangle roof. Like so, like so. That's actually a floor. Okay, so we'll go to demolish. I don't know exactly what the difference is, but we'll demolish that, get all our materials back. And there we go, triangle rooftop. Fill in that bit there. And last piece. Right, there we go. So, if we switch that off now, so if we run outside, oh, in fact, let me just put, let's get a little bit of decoration going here, and put special, and we've got railings, so we could, oh no, that's back to front, again, we didn't place it, so Alt, spin, put that down there, put that down there, and then we've got incline railings as well, that one, and that one. There we go. That makes it look a little bit better. But if we're out here, we're uncovered, unsheltered. It says just above our water meter over on the thing. And then as we go under the overhang of the rock, we're now sheltered. But if we go inside the base, water sealed. So if we're water sealed, we don't lose any water. Our water won't go down. Okay, up in the top corner it says construct or interact with a small storage container. So again, we go in our building, we hit R and go to placeables, and there's a storage section. We only have the option of a small storage container at the moment. We'll get bigger ones later. Let's place it up against here. Let's put 2 in. We'll probably need a lot more than that. Construct or interact with a fuel-powered generator. Okay, so we go back to... oh, I missed it. Back to build, and then scroll across to utilities. We've got subfief console, and then fuel-powered generator. We'll put that just as you come in the door. Place that there. Now, we just have to power it. And when we power it, it'll power the shields. So let's see. So, use... deposit. We've picked up 157 of these fuel cells from our roundabout so far, so let's deposit them.
The subfief console comes with an automatic shield system that will keep your base safe from the sandstorms. Just keep the generator fueled, or the storms will tear at your walls. And it goes without saying, don't build on open sand. Seal your base, Offworlder. Maintain good water discipline, and it will keep you alive. You've done well licking flowers and sucking sap, but you need a consistent source of water. And the best source out here is blood. Extract it, store it, refine it and drink it. Raw if you're really desperate. And don't mind throwing up. Actually, don't drink it, unless you really have to.
There we go. Right, so the next thing we need to do is find a source of water. But we're going to leave that until the next episode. We've done the basic tutorial. Oh, we don't look great in the dark there, do we? We've done the basic tutorial. We've got our basic tools and some weapons, and we've set down our very first starter base. So that's going to do it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you're as excited about this game as what I am. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.